Welcome back, everybody. This is the 2017 Shelby Hamfest here from Blue Glow Electronics. It's Wednesday afternoon around noon time. As you can see, fairgrounds is, it's got a few people out here, but mostly campers. Maybe about a half a dozen people set up thus far. Still a lot of room for people to come in on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday and kind of fill in. It's supposed to rain. Today's supposed to be pretty. It's supposed to rain Thursday and Friday a considerable amount, and then be pretty again on Saturday. So we'll see how this Hamfest turns out as we go on through. Yeah, somebody here's got some tower. Be nice. I've had a bunch of tower in my time, but don't have any right now up. I found some 12AU7s for $5 and 811A brand new for $8. And a nice steel chassis with a subframe for $25. Pretty excited. Yeah, rent me a golf cart. Waiting on the guy to show up here. I ordered one a couple days ahead of time. I'm pretty much happy. Yeah, guy here's got an old Kai 230D and a set of Scott speakers playing. Pretty neat. Yeah, an old precision tube tester here. Guy's got a good bit of interesting stuff out here. Old radios, tube gear. It's got some 866 rectifiers, huge power supply with a variac built in it. Not exactly sure what it goes to. Old film projector. Some neat stuff around here. I found some 6L6s and 6V6s here, and a brand new 8950 in the box. Okay, I guess my reputation at Hamfest is starting to precede me. I'm driving by some campers over here, and I hear some guy yell, "Hey, tube guy!" And I turned and looked over, and he said, "Aren't you the guy that buys tubes?" I said, "Yeah." And I'd already been to his table earlier. His wife was there, but he didn't have any tubes. And he said, "Here, I'm still unloading. I got a couple boxes of tubes you can look through." So he set a couple out there. One of them was a box of pulls I didn't find anything in. One of them were some transmitting tubes. And then there was a box with these audio tubes in it. So two 12AX7s look to be nice, two 6V6s nice, two brand new in the box GE 6550s. Could not believe that. My heart was going to dump, to dump, to dump. Two nice black plate 6L6s and two brand new 8950s. New old stock. And I don't need these 8950s. They're used in CB linear amplifiers, but these things sell for $100 a piece. So I picked up all of this for $40, so can't go wrong there. Wow. It was funny because I actually originally just bought the 6L6s and 6V6s off of him, and one of the 8950s. And as I was driving away, he was like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa! I got one more box," and it had the 6550s, the 12AX7s, and the other 8950s. So I got lucky on that one. This purchase made my whole day worth taking off work and coming over here a day earlier than I normally do. I found a table here, got a TIAC 1000R, a bunch of reels, and a TIAC X10R. It's asking 600 on that one and 800 on that one. A little too much like eBay prices. Found some Ampex recording heads, look like 14 track maybe. I'm gonna have to go look these up. It's $125 a piece on them. I found a neat little, not sure exact power supply for something, but it's got a nice little high voltage transformer here with both 6.3 volt center tap, 5 volt. It's got 115 volt primary, and it's got a high voltage there with center tap. So great for a little preamp. It's got another little choke on it right there, and then a Thordarson choke on top here, and then tube-wise it's got two VR90s, and a 5Y3 and a 6L5. So I mainly got it for the parts, this choke and these little power transformers. I paid $10 for the whole thing. And then I picked this up. It's a Western Electric, believe it or not, sewing machine motor. They don't bring a ton, but it's kind of novelty, the fact that it's made by Western Electric. And it's worth $5 what I paid for it. Probably on eBay, that my guess is that would bring $30 or so dollars. Yeah, we're back over here at the car. It's exactly 2:30 right now, and I've been out here for about 3 hours now, and you can see there's quite a few people here, but not, nothing major. Probably about a dozen or so people set up at this point. But I've done good. I've been really happy. But I'll tell you what I've enjoyed the most today is just talking to these, kind of old-time ham guys and sitting around. I spent 30-40 minutes at each one of them just sitting around talking about various things, and it's probably been the highlight of the day, other than those 6550s. Those were nice. All right, day 2 of the Shelby Hamfest. It's Thursday morning here for me, and the rain's starting to set in. It's drizzling a little bit here and there. You see the ground's getting wet. People have kind of dropped their tents down, covered things up, tarps everywhere. But there are more people here, so some more must have came in last night, especially down here on the camper side. So we're gonna kind of hang it out today. Maybe sit here in the car some as it rains, read a book, and see what shows up. As the rain goes away, people will definitely uncover their stuff, and hopefully we can find something. Hey, good news. About 10 a.m. here. The rain has stopped and starting to come alive a little bit. People starting to undo their tents and uncover stuff. Seen a few more people pull in, so we're gonna go right around and see if we can find anything. I found a lot of tubes here. Mullards, 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 and more mullards, and a telefunken. I don't know what mullets are at. You guys got tons of stuff here and tons of tubes I'm digging through at this point. Alright, I didn't want to talk too much in front of the guy over there, but mullard, 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 amprex, amprex, mullard, amprex, another telefunken, Ico mullard, ITT mullard, black glass 12AU, couple 6L6s, GCs here, RCA black plates. Super happy. All these tubes at $1 a piece, about 100 tubes altogether. And also picked up off a different guy, really neat here, 200 milliamp meters that are identical. It's hard to find meters. I find them a lot at Hamfest. It's hard to find matching meters, so super excited about this. Kind of bag these up. I went through and started sorting them a little bit. It's 15 total, either mullards or amprex telefunkens here, most of which are 12AX7s. 1 or 2 of them are 12AU. There's about a dozen here, 6BQ5s in the lot, and then all these were 12AX or 12AUs, and we're still sorting through them. I tell you, this one, it's just super nice tubes. Some brand new in the box tubes as well here. Matter of fact, both these realistics, one's a 7189, the other's a 12AT7, and the other is a 12AX7WA. Are all gold pin tubes. I went back to the guy's place and dug some more. He's got a whole trailer full of tubes, but a lot of them are kind of junk. But yeah, some decent 6L6s here, and some nice 5Y3s. And then a whole bag here full of 12AUs, 12BH, another 6BQ5. So a bunch of 8BQ5s here in the boxes. So still digging for the $1 tubes. I may go back over there and dig some more. On a nice RCA, you can see here, isolation transformer. Everybody that has an audio bench of any sort needs one of these things. I found a couple more boxes of tubes here to go. Been digging. Some decent stuff here. Back at the car, I ended up getting that lot of tubes. I ended up spending $50 to get them, but in with the lot was a Bugle Boy 12AX7, a Mullard 12AX7, and a new in the box 12AU7 amprex. Also in the deal, I got this Decade Resistance box here, DR1 heath kit. Those are getting harder and harder to find, so I think it was all worth $50. I do admit it's raining and it's pretty wet out here, but a guy was just sitting up and I picked up this box of tubes for $20. A 12AT, 12AX7, 212BYs. See, I had a 12 ATWA. What else? Somewhere else there was another one here I saw. A 12AT7M. Anyway, I got the whole box for $20, and I could probably sell all these OA2s for that amount. It wasn't a super deal, but I think it was worth that. another table here. Bunch 12AX7s. Still sitting up in it. Alright, day 3 here. Friday morning, not raining. Starting to see more and more people show up. As I was coming in the gate, there were about a line of 10 cars. So hopefully some people will be setting up early this morning. It's about 7 a.m. here. And we're going to get the day underway. We found a Sound Craftsman preamp here. Brass face. That thing will clean up beautifully. Extremely rare unit. Alright, we've been out shopping a little bit. Bought this little Star Revolver. 52 years old, still in the box. Bought a Nylent Model T here, brand new in the box. Those things are about impossible to find. Beautiful shape. And then this is a voltage regulator, but I just love the case. Nice, neat little 60s case. Got a little Challenger mono amplifier and a little color bar generator that had some about 4 12AU7s in it for $5. So making progress. One of the tube dealers is here. He usually brings a good bit of tubes here. Lots of sockets, boxes, various. Alright, it's getting up around 9 o'clock here, and as you can see, getting to be quite a few people in here at the Hamfest now. Haven't found anything in the last hour though. I'm a little disappointed. Found some Bud chassis, aluminum chassis, 8 by 17 by 2 inches, perfect for building amplifiers. Found a couple of them at a good deal, and a bunch of aluminum handles. I think these would look great, like mounted on the ends right here, to give you something to pick that up with. And then some guy had, golly, I got a whole bag full of. He had a box out there that said free stuff, and stainless nuts and washers. How do you beat that? I bought 2 boxes of tubes off a guy, and I saw some 12BH and 12BY7s in there and 12AV7s, so I paid 20 bucks for all those. It was kind of a roll of the dice. This guy paid 20 bucks for all these, and there are a ton of 6922s in here. If you'll notice, that is a made in Germany gold pin 6922, and there are about 10 or 15 of those in there. Alright, I walked up to a guy a while ago, and I bought some tubes off of him years ago actually. And one of my tricks is never dig through tubes. If you think there's something here about a lot like this, you know, say really quickly, what would you take for all these? And then you get a number back, and you can kind of then you look through a little bit to figure out, do I want to keep them? I mean, do I want to pay that, or do I want to go individually? But check this out. Western Electric 274A looks like a brand new tube. So the answer was yes to whatever number he threw at me, which wasn't a lot. Made the whole trip worth it. Haven't even dug through them yet, but I can see here on the top is something labeled 5881 and 606 GC. So how wrong could the box go with a Western Electric tube? Honestly, I think I'm going to go back and give the guy some more money. I'm feeling kind of bad at this point based on what I paid for all this. We got the Wireman here. This is one of the indoor buildings. And AC/DC always has a bunch of parts. A couple other various parts vendors out here. And let's see, Union County Amateur Radio Society. And just some. So the indoors getting filled up here. Alright, as you can see, it's about 4:25 to 4:28 in the morning here. Just getting on the road back to the Shelby Hamfest for the final Saturday morning run. Originally I planned to stay the night last night, but had some stuff come up at home. Ended up coming back home, so making the early morning drive. 6 a.m. here at the Hamfest. Just pulled in. A few lights on, a few people stirring, but not a lot going on. Found a little breakfast place open and got me a country ham. So gonna grab that and head down there. We made a trip around the fairgrounds here. It's about 6:15, and a lot of tarps and canopies tore up. It was some really bad storms last night. Two things you got to know about Shelby are, one thing, it is either 105 degrees out here and the humidity is so bad you can't stand it, or it is pouring down rain. That is Shelby consistently. So just be prepared. Starting to see a pretty steady flow of vehicles coming in the Hamfest, but People are setting up tents and tarps mostly. Yeah, it's starting to be a good bit of people here. I found one audio generator, function generator. That is it thus far. Hey! Oh. But, as you can see, people are getting set up. Some stuff's coming out. And I'm just cruising around looking right now. We're in a golf cart for a couple days. Hopefully we will find something here. Jump out and grab our attention. Let's stop here and they stop and check it. There's the function generator we picked up. This is an odd one. Somebody had a whole stack of 1968 and 69 Playboy magazines, and for $10. At first I just glanced over them, but then I pulled it up on my iPhone. It looks like the issues from those years sell pretty solid for about $20 a piece, and there's about 20 there in the bag, so you know that could pay for my trip. There you go.
All
right.
We participated. Yeah. we were 2 steps behind you, but besides that, we had a good Hamfest.
Yeah, I dug through and found quite a few, couple 45s in here.
That's just his
some
way of rubbing it in.
Alright, quite a few tubes out here. Dug through, I found some Mullards and some Amprexes in this batch.
You gotta go through them.
Alright, I got busy at that one guy's place and spent about an hour digging through tubes. And yeah, some more tubes over here. I dug through them, didn't really find anything, but apparently at some point in time it had a bunch of 12 AT7s. Just odd and end stuff. There's the deal of the day.
Yeah.
$10 for both.
Yep.
Thank you, sir. Alright, I can see still has both KT66s in there. Beautiful. Yeah, trying to strike a deal on this thing.
You're where you're at the hotel you're at.
Yeah, my buddy Brian saved me a it's an 11223B BA4C RCA amplifier here. Kind of a unique little unit. And the infield section here is getting pretty filled up. Oh, let's see what this guy. Jackson tube tester for $75. I'm actually surprised. The Hamfest has turned out really well. A lot of people came out of the woodwork as soon as the sun came out. So yeah, it turned out to be good after all. Alright, I bought about a dozen Type 45 tubes off of a guy and some bunch of 6S and 7 WGTs, the tongue saws. These weren't yard sale prices, but you know, they were decent prices. So happy with that. Got a Resistance Decadence box here. Happy with the purchase so far. About 11:30, we're headed home from the Hamfest. It was a pretty good Hamfest, all in all. I was happy with it, and I'm sure there's still some stuff out there for somebody else. I kept kind of negotiating on that TV7, but it just never worked out. So we left it on the table. Okay, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 big boxes of tubes here that we bought at the Hamfest that we've not even looked through. These were ones I just picked up kind of on the fly and said, hey, how much do you want for these? This first little set of 3 right here came from one guy, and that's the one I found, the Western Electric 274 laying in the top of this little box right here. So we're going to dig through the rest of all these and just see what we end up with. I'll spare you the pain of me digging, but I'll lay out what I find of audio worthiness here at the end. Starting to find a few things, but this is nice. A Sylvania etched base 45. You don't see those a lot these days. Out of the same box, a 5814 triple mica 5-star. How about a second 5814 5-star? How about a 6SL7 WGT here, brown base, chrome top. Check this out. How about a pair a 5692 RCA, both same date, 509. Nice. A 6SL7 GT, nice little brown base. And yet another one of those 5-star 5814As. A red tip 9002. Okay, starting on another box now. These last two boxes came from one guy, and they pretty much look like all new tubes. Those others look like pulls or whatnot, but a sleeve of 12 BH7s look like brand new. We'll keep digging. Okay, this would be our 3-day haul, or 4 days actually. When I started Wednesday at noon, did the rest of that afternoon, did Thursday, did Friday, did Saturday. So 3.5 days. Let me walk you through some of what we've got here. Just start at the back and work forward. A 6L6 in a Western Electric box. Stack of 8 BQ5s, some brand new 6SN7s, 811 5V4, some 6L6 G6s new in the box. That's a Type 80, a Type 80, a 6J7. New sleeve of 6AQ5s, new 12BH7s. 12AT, that's a triple mica, the one there, that 12AT FAA, a 12AV, 6BM8, 12BY7, and then a brand new 12AX7 here. Some 7030s, a sleeve of 12AU7s, they're all used, but they look decent. 33 brand new 12AX7s. These are all Yugoslavia EI tubes made on the Telefunken machinery, so they're basically smooth plate Telefunkens. Just some various rectifiers, some Type 80s, a 807, a 5U4, 5U4. Let's see, 12AT7, AT7, BY7, AX7, 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 AU8, a 6U8, 12AU7, a 12AT7, 12AU7, BYAZ, 7189, AT, ATWA, BYA, a 6BQ5, 12AU7, a CA4, a 6BM8, 6AK5, 12AT7, 12AT7, AU7, BY7, AT7, AU7, AU7, AX7. All of these are brand new in the box tubes. 2 6X5s, rectifiers, 2 6SN7 GTBs, 2 8950s, which I'm going to flip, and a whole stack of OD3s I might use, and a 6LF6 new in the box, which I will flip. All of these along here are 6L6s, a couple of black plates, 6L6 GCs, another one of those, another one of those, another one of those, some GAs here. That's just some 5V4, which I like a lot, and then some random tubes here. A whole string here of Type 45 tubes, and these 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 are all etched base, 2 RCA etched based, a Silvertone and a Sylvania. Some 5Y3s here, a 5U4, another Type 80. Some just 6U8s. A 9002, a 7868. All these right here, this little section right here, all these are 6V6s, a nice 6V6 GTY and GTY here, brown bases. Let's pull over here the 274A that looks and tested like brand new. A 6688 red tip. 2 5842 Western Electric tubes, a 4007, a 5847, and a 5842. That's a nice set of tubes, by the way. I'm going to jump the middle section. Some BY7s here, some BH7s here. All of these are 6BQ5s, some of which are pulls, others were look like brand new, 2 of which are molar based. Then we get into a tongue saw black bottle 6SN7 GT, 2 5692s, a couple 6SL7 WGTs, and then the rest of these are just 6SN7s. A Mickey Mouse tube here, 6SN7 WGT, and then these are the 32 26 523s, all 3 of these tongue saws. So a nice selection there of those. two brand new, new old stock 6550As GE. This is a VT25, otherwise known as a 10Y tube. And then I'm going to start over here and work my way up. This whole bottom row right here, 60J8s, 6922s. As you can see here, a couple gold pins, Amprexes, and a couple other Amprexes in here. Not gold pin, a Mullard, a couple more Amprexes. Then we get this. These two rows here are all 12AX7s. As you can see here, Telefunken, Mullard, 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 Mullard. Let's see, the rest of these are just either RCAs, GEs, etc. Then we get up here into the 12AT7s. As you can see, 6201 ITT lens, BWBs, 6201 801S, which is the same as 6201. Some more 6201s, Telefunken, triple Mica, Sylvania. The rest of these look like just normal tubes. Then we get into some more 12AT7s, Amprex, see another Bugle Boy, and along the way here, nothing special jumping out at me. Some 6189s or 12AU7s here. Along the way, these top two rows are a bunch of Amprex, 4 of them here in a row. 2 Mullards here in a row. Then we get up into the 5814s we found a while ago. By the way, a Telefunken right there. The rest of these look fairly common. Smoke bottle here. Several clear tops, quite a few of those in the mix. And then a nice looking Telefunken here, 12AU7. So that's kind of the run of my 3.5 days. All total with this stuff, everything else you've seen in the video, I spent about $500 over the days, and that included my $180 it cost to rent my golf cart for for several days. So I've got about $340, $30 maybe in all these tubes at this point, including the amplifiers and other things I bought. I thought before we wrap this up, I'd see what was in this little unit here, because these typically have good tubes in it. And look, a beautiful Mullard 12AU7. Let's see here. The next one, another beautiful Mullard 12AX7. And let's see what comes out of this. Another beautiful Mullard 12AX7. Huh. Well worth the $10. Oh yeah, don't forget the amplifier came in along with the $10. Okay, we've just pulled the cage off of this Heathkit amp. The actual chassis looks pretty decent. It's got a 12AU7 here. Let's see what it is. And it is nothing special there. And the other 12AU just happens to be an RCA. Nothing special there. Old potato masher tube, but here's the kicker on the whole thing. Looks like a beautiful. Let's work these out really slowly. Genelex KT66. How about that? Pair of those in on that deal for $10. Little sad though. I noticed that this transformer right here has been replaced. One of the output. These things are notorious for going out, and looks like someone's replaced one. So I don't know. I've got 4 of these now. Whether I'll chase down another transformer and try to turn it into 2 pairs, or what I'll do, I'm not sure. As cool as it is to say, look how much that might be worth. I'll tell you what was the most fun. I had 3.5 days of riding around, talking to people. I got a lot of good leads on tubes that I'm going to go visit people and or talk to them a little more online, and hopefully dig up even more tubes out of all this. So that's our haul. I've added in the KT66s down there, as you can see now, and I don't think that's a shabby deal. I had fun. That's all I got to say. Thanks for watching, everybody. An audio guy's journey on a multi-day Hamfest, and we do this. I've been doing Shelby now since about 1983, 1984. Maybe not as hardcore as I'm doing it now, but been at this for quite a few years. It's where I've got a lot of my tubes at our Hamfest. Thanks for watching, everybody.